What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come on, you guys. Well, with another market wash today. You know, I am changing myself a little bit. I'm constantly trying to try different things, and I'm using a different light. I'm not sure if you guys noticed in the past week. The camera though is a little bit shaky. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. It's a little shaky. So, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. How you like this setup minus the other setup with the other lights. It's a little bit too bright. All right. So what we're going to be going over today is basically a bunch of cards that are relatively new in the game, and then we're going to be talking about whether or not it's a good buy, bad buy. Do you buy it? Do you sell it? Or do you just laugh at the fact that Konami even made it to begin with? So right out the gate, we're going to be looking at Battle's Legends Terminal Revenge, and this set might as well be called, hey, I know we released it, but we really want your money. Signed Konami. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad Spiritual Beast got a bunch of reprints in here. Rampango was getting up there for the super rare, and it's been a really long while, so they made it an ultra rare. I still personally like the super rares, to be honest with you. But Spiritual Beast Tamer Lore did debut in this set, which is a needed card for Spiritual Beast, as well as our spell. But here's the thing, is Spiritual Beast really wrecking the meta? Yes and no, not really. I think a majority of Spiritual Beast players are winning because people don't really know what's going on. But with that said, if you do, you have knowledge, well, that's going to help you out as a player. The market, though, is showing this. I mean, look at the price. $14 out of cards near $20 a copy for a cigarette version of Spiritual Beast Tamer Laura. With that said, the QCR is doing the opposite. It was actually $160. It's down to about $95. So is it worth it? Is it not worth it? I'll say right now, I think Spiritual Beast is a great deck to pick up and play if you don't really have a deck in the game. I think it's definitely amongst the lines of 1.5 tier decks, maybe even tier 2 decks, but it's still getting players original invites, and we have to see how it does at Nationals. I personally think a lot of players can win with this deck, especially at locals, due to the lack of understanding players have for the deck. Definitely a good pickup, in my opinion. Now let's go over some of the QCRs and see if it's worth it. Right out the gate, we have QCR, I have it, you don't have it. And this is another example of Konami just playing against the players. I don't know why this is doing this. But this card screams out to me 10,000 dragons. Anyone remember 10k dragons? You had to have it. Why? Because it's hard to get. Eat ass, dude. Nobody cares about it like that. This is Konami purposely releasing a card that only came out like this in this rarity. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. But for those who have it, can show it off. Throw it in their bind and do nothing with it. Dragon Master Magia is a card that looks cool artwork-wise and make a cool sleeves. But is it worth buying? No. No, no, no. Sell this card. Currently, copies of the cards go for roughly around $500, $600. After that, it's about $625. Everyone's going to say, oh no, but V, this is a collector's card. No, it's not. This is not a collector's card. A collector's card shouldn't be forced in your face. That's not how that works. Look at even like Magic the Gathering. What card do you think about immediately? Black Lotus. Which Black Lotus? The hard to get one from the original set. Let's take another game. Pokemon. First edition Chalice Charizard. Wait, why? Why not the new ones? Well, they'll have decent value, and if you short them, probably, but after a while, no one cares about it, and the price plummets. It's the same thing with Dragon Master Magia, just the same with 10,000 Dragons, where everyone was excited about it, and then nobody cared about it, and then the value died. So, let's see if I could, 10,000 Dragon, there it is, or Dragon, not really Dragons. Alright, once again, we're going to past year. It was roughly around $11.85, now this bag of ass is $780. Who is that telling you? The minute people don't care about something, it doesn't matter if it's a short printed because nobody wants it. And it's the same thing with Dragon Master Magia. This is Konami going and going, ooh, hard to get. They don't understand what a collectible card realistically is. They're trying to figure it out, and they're working their ass off to figure it out. And I'm hoping they don't, because there is a method. But Dragon Master Magia isn't it. If you buy this Dragon Master Magia, you're just an idiot, in my opinion. That money could have went to better cards. You could have bought Ghost Rare Star Dragon First Edition, Black Ghost Dragon First Edition. Hell, any of the old Sign of Dragon Ghost Rares. You could have bought some Starlight Rares, like Appaloosa and IP Masquerena, which is heavily undervalued right now. Like, there's better collector's cards to buy, not Dragon Master Magia. Fan of U-Bell QCR. I mean, once again, that's because if you play U-Bell, you want max rarity. I get it. Makes sense. Skystriker Ace Ray alternate art doesn't look too bad. I like Ultimate Rares normally, but I'll be honest with you. This is not a bad QCR. I still like the Ultimate Rares. I'm still going to keep it. But the market, I mean, it's 170 right now. It's 138. 140, we'll say, to be lazy. So it's definitely still trying to fight to hold the floor. Even the past month, it's been fighting to hold the floor. But this is a good sign not to buy. This is literally the market telling you, hey, you could buy at any one of these stages, but why? It's in free fall. Wait for it to stable out. Wait till it to go even like this. Just a little bit of this. So even though I kind of want this card myself, it's not worth buying it right now. It's just not. So why would I tell you guys to pick it up? It doesn't make any sense, so I'm not going to. Okay. Branded Fusion Core Century Secret Rare. I think this is an insult. Ultimate Rare is out already. It was an OTS Ultimate Rare. Nubelion, I do think this one makes sense because this is the highest rarity. This makes sense to buy. The QCR, to me, it doesn't make any sense. And of course, once again, being the fact that they just recently released an Ultimate Rare, they released their competition money-wise in cards, and the market sees it. The market's not falling for it. It was 131. Right now, it's barely holding on to a floor of 110. It'll be sub 100, maybe even like $60 before we start talking about maybe considering picking this up. Divine Herald. This is the biggest smack in the face of the player base. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole controversy. Obviously, Konami made Ultimate Rare, and then it made QCR. Which one do you do? To be honest with you, there's no wrong answers. It's almost like, to me, like Stratos, where Stratos has an Ultimate Rare and a Starlight Rare. Starlight Rare technically highest rarity, but Ultimate Rare still holds good value. And I think it's going to be the same thing with Divine of the Herald, where, like, they're both really good, and to be honest with you, there's no, like, right or wrong answer. Someone's like, oh, I have a QCR, so I'm better than you. Like, idiot. Who cares? Attack for game? Like, it doesn't matter in that instance. Rose, I think this is a terrible printing. I think the Ultra Art Rose, I mean, the art looks decent, but the Starlight Rare is better. I mean, I pointed out in my last video. Gigantic Sprite, nobody cares about. And they got a bunch of other cards like Iro, Mesa, Raftery, Jasmine. Sure. If someone plays plants, they probably want to grab this, I guess. Sprite's Bryn. Sure. Once again, nothing here that's like, oh, wow, crazy. Snatch Deal, Core Century. This to me is so funny. So, Snatch Deal QCR right now is going for, and by the way, once again, 65, it's in free fall, 37. It's still falling, by the way. Look at the month chart. It's trying to stabilize. It's not going to, by the way. All right, so that's Snatch Deal. But if you go Snatch Deal and then you try to find the original version, I don't know the price, by the way. I don't really research any of this crap. I think it's in, is it spelled? No, Magic Ruler. Okay, Magic Ruler. Snatch Deal, printing, first edition. I'm going to guess that's going to be worth more money. We'll go to Lightly Play. What do we do near mint? Lightly Play's about 32. The QCR is a little bit higher, but then you got a QCR is near mint. And if we're talking near mint, well, hold on 1 second now. Because if we're doing near mint, not Lightly Played, things change a lot, doesn't it? So we'll go to near mint over here. The near mint's roughly around $68. So once again, which one do you want? The original print, hard to find one because Magic Ruler eventually became Spell Ruler because Konami had to change their case because of Magic the Gathering attempting to sue them. The collectible rare, or the Konami shove their fucking shit down your throat and say, no, collect this one. I don't blame anybody. By the way, the QCR does look nice. It looks better than the Ultra Rare, but the Ultra Rare is for collectors. This is for kind of players. Though players can also get this as well. There's no more answers. Alright, let's go into 25th Anniversary Rarity Collection number 2. Holy crap. Mid as fuck. Like, this will tell you, like, the state of how bad Konami is as far as dipping into the secondary market. You see, and we'll get to Anniversary Rarity Collection 1. When Anniversary Rarity Collection 1 came out, it was not bad, but Rarity Collection number 2, here's what you buy, here's what you run away from. Ready? Let's do a speed round. I'm here masquerading the Ultimate Art QCR. I don't even own this yet, but I need to buy one. That's beautiful. $40? You got it. Appaloosa, Ultimate Art. Once again, QCR. I'd buy that. Sure. It's 40. I don't own any of these yet, but I think these are great buys. Ghost Ogre. Well, here's a problem. The Ultimate Rare has more money, which means it's better. But this Ultimate Art looks better. So you play what looks better, or do you play what's higher rarity? Cross Designated, QCR. Sure, I mean, this is going to be a wanted card. Konami's also probably going to be hitting this on the ban list soon. This is a great ban list hit. Cold Blooded Graves hit. Why would this not be hit? You know, it makes no sense. So I do think this will be hit soon as well. So, great card, but if you buy 3, you're buying 3 of a card that more likely is going to be on the ban list. Drone Lockbird. Ultimate Rare just blows us out the water. But if you don't own and here's the thing, if you don't own the Ultimate Rare, then I will go say grab the QCR. Ghost Mortar Moonlit Chill. Once again, the Starlight Rare actually is insanely overpriced. This is the alternate art, so I was personally waiting for this to come out so I could get the Starlight Rare. The Starlight Rare is still a lot of money. This would be not a bad buy. Astros Code Talker, once again, hey, there you go. This is a good card to buy if you don't have the Starlight Rare. If you have the Starlight Rare, then who cares? But if you don't have the Starlight Rare, it's still not a bad card. And I do think, even though these prices will start cooling off even more so in the future, I do think there's a potential for some of them to rise in value. But this is going to be second fiddle. Diddy Crow, QCR. Once again, you have to deal with the Ultimate Rare. You have to deal with the Starlight Rare. This is a nice version, but at $30 you're buying 3 of these. That's roughly around $100 bucks. $100 roughly for Diddy Crow. How much is the Ultimate Rare? I don't even know how much Starlight Rare. We'll just type in Diddy Crow. Starlight Rare Diddy Crow is gonna run you. It's still pricey, to be honest with you. It's roughly around 150. That's pretty pricey. Ultimate Rare Diddy Crow. We'll go with lightly played. Oh boy, no! Look at it. They caught on. They caught on. They caught. Of course, they caught on. Like, I'll tell you right now. I bought a playset when this set came out because I knew this was going to happen. And then they get a chance to make a Marco watch. It's about 150. Yeah, fuck. Okay. It's about 160. It was a lot lower, by the way. But, people catch on. Alright. So, is this a good one to buy? Well, if you have an Ultra Rare and you want a prettier one, sure. But value-wise, tradability-wise, it's third best. Alright, Dragoon. Would you buy one? Not bad. I think the Starlight Rare actually went down a lot. So, I would seriously consider a Starlight Rare if you want to buy a Dragoon. Because you're really going to buy one of these, right? I mean, I'm not sure anyone's really rolling out there with 3 Dragoons. Alternate Outro Lockboard, you know what? Forget what I said about this Draw Lockboard. That's a better one. That's a way better one. Like, this artwork is insane. Then we have Cosmic Cyclone. Finally, glad to see Cosmic Cyclone get a reprint at a nicer rarity other than Secret Rare and Ultimate Rare. Ultimate Rares are really expensive, and they're going to maintain being really expensive because they're hard to find. They are worth a lot more money. I think Cosmic Cyclone QCR is not a bad buy just because of how overpriced and how long overpriced the Cosmic Cyclone Ultimate Rare has been. Midget and Souls, nobody plays this card. Let's be real. This card should be worth like $8, and then maybe we'll talk about it, but it's overpriced right now. Guru, once again, it's a one-of. Nobody really plays 3, so $17 for a one-of that some people may or may not play. I'm not feeling it. You have to also realize the fact that after Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals here in the United States, a lot of these prices are going to dump. They're just going to. Players are going to sell into the market. Players are going to get ready for the new cards. So when I say these prices will dump, they will dump. So I'm not telling you to buy cards now. I'm just telling you to get ready for cards that you might want to pick up. And there's cards I think you also might want to sell. And some of these, like if you have like a second or third Garura, unload that shit. Like you should have been got rid of it. But if you haven't got rid of it yet, unload this card. You only need one. And like I said, nobody is playing 3 Garuras. And a lot of people are going to be dumping it right next to you after Nationals, so get rid of it as fast as possible. Solemn Judgment, $17. Other versions are pretty pricey still. I personally like the Ultimate Rare. Ghost Rare looks really nice as well. It has a lot of printings. I don't think it's worth $17 to be honest with you. You know, let me check something out real quickly. So let's get the price real quickly. So Solemn Judgment, we'll just grab this over here because there's usually an E in here, but there's not an E in here. I don't know why my brain thinks that. Okay, it's about $18 for Solemn Judgment, right? Would you get the QCR or would you get the Ghost Rare? Ghost Rare went down in value. Ghost Rare was lightly played. $22. Like, it's a couple of bucks more. It just looks way better. Why would you care about the QCR when the Ghost Rare exists? Makes no sense. Honor Goddess, $18. You know what? You need one. Why not? If you're not playing it, don't buy it yet. Once again, wait till after Nationals. Foolish Burial. This would have been insane if this was the alternate art Foolish Burial. That would have been sick. It would have been an easy grab for me. Super Rare Foolish Burial is still like the most valuable one because it's an Ultra Pack card. This one does look nice though, and if you want a pretty Foolish Burial, I guess you would grab this one. I personally like the alternate art one a lot more, and I really wish they had a chance. This was a great opportunity to reprint it, and they just didn't do it. I'm just giving a Blue Eyes. If you're a Blue Eyes player, you already know. Polymerization, don't even bother with this. It has other printings. If anyone doesn't know, Polymerization has been printed to crap. And the alternate art looks insane, which I should have did. Polymerization. There we go. The alternate art looks sick. This one right here. This looks insane. I like this a lot. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Do you like the original or this one? The best polymerization to buy, though, is going to be the original print Super Rare Polymerization First Edition. Because, once again, it's, yes, both a collector card, but it's using alternate formats, a ton of alternate formats, and, of course, it's just a really hard card to find. So, I believe it's this one. Name it like you played, First Edition. Let's see what we're rocking with here. Let's get rid of all these goofy ones. Here we go, $180. So once again, that's cute. There's an alternate art that looks better, and you want the most valuable one. This is the one you're gonna want to go ahead and grab. Ivy Masquerade alternate art, Platinum Secrets. I mean, some people, like I said, some people have their thing where players will go, I like Platinum Secrets, I like Platinum Ultimate Rares, I like the Collector's Rares, I like all that goofy. And it's hard to argue with that person. They like it. If they like it for themselves, that's fine. But the resale value obviously is different. Platinum Secret, which doesn't look too bad, is $13. Used to be $10, by the way. But the alternate art, but the QCR looks infinitely better, and it's worth more. So it's cool. And someone likes this particularly, that's on them. But there is always better value, and obviously better trade value whenever you're done with the card if you want to get rid of it. Skill Drain QCR is a joke to me. I think Skill Drain, I think the Turtle Pack 8, I believe it was, had the Ultra, if I'm not mistaken, and the Ultimate Rares. I have the Ultimate Rares. They look insane. These are not bad, but just get the Ultimate Rares. Pressure Planet Race Off, you're playing one of two decks, and it's not bad, but the price, I mean, look at this. This is a needed card in a tier 1 meta deck, arguably even in a tier 1.5 deck. It debuted at $30. It held it for a while, by the way. And then everyone was like, no. And now it's like $11. Like, that's how fast the market moves. This is why I'm glad I didn't make a video about this immediately, because of how fast the market moves. I would have told you to sell everything, because a lot of these cards were like double and triple their value, and now they went down. And they're going to continue to go down once again post-Nationals. I'll look a little bit in page 2, nothing too crazy, then we'll move on to Anniversary Collection 1. A lot of this stuff, for the most part, went down. I do like Charger Light Brigade QCR. I think this looks really nice, but the Secret Rare First Edition is worth more. So, it looks nice, but this is worth more. And it's harder to get. Like, Duelist Genesis is a very hard set. So, what do you do here? I mean, I have this one. I like it. It's on my deck, my Lights 1 deck for Edison right now. Cool. But I'm not going to lie to you. The Secret Rare is the one I'm probably going to be picking up soon. And like I said, these other cards aren't too bad. Mind Control is a great card to grab. QCR, $10. That's a steal. This card's insane. Like, I'm shocked this card's not seeing more play in the side deck. Very good card. Blue Eclipse, $10. Once again, it's seen play in the side deck. $10, not a bad deal. It does have a super rare, has an ultra rare, whatever. That's the best rarity of Book of Eclipse. That's a snap grab for me. So Ravis, if you're playing voiceless, you need one. I would still grab two. It's only like $5. Was it $5 or $10? Market price says $9. The price says $5. Oh, that's damn it. Okay, so like $8. Spend $16, get two of them easily. Oh, excuse me. Hope Harbinger, number 38. Buy one. The card always comes in and out of a game. I don't know how many times this card came in and out of a game. It's done it a ton though, and I think a lot of players need to understand the fact that this card will always do that. This is the highest rarity version. I would just keep it. Alright, that's basically. I mean, you kind of get Ryko, but it's the same thing like a Charger Light Brigade. Like you're kind of in the weird same position. Alright, looking over at 25th Anniversary Collection, the first one. Do you see a difference? Hold on, let me just go back up here. Go to page 1. Go to page 1. And we'll talk about this in about 2 seconds, but I just want you to notice the difference. See if you can spot the difference. Why is this worth more than this? The answer is simple, obviously. Because the first 25th anniversary was a reprint of actually much needed staples. The second anniversary collection was a reprint of cards because Konami just wants your money. I mean, they always want your money, but this was them like trying to really show hard. With that said, 25th Anniversary Collection has the highest rarity of certain cards, and at 3 ofs. So like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring QCR, this is the highest rarity. That's why the card maintains a crazy price point of around $200. Other cards like Imperium Duelist competes with the Ultimate Rare, which we haven't seen. Cobra gives a 1 of, but everyone needs it. Evenly matched, Secret Rare is supposed to be the highest, but no, this came out of nowhere and blew it off the water. D-Barrier the same. Other cards like Shifter, highest rarity version. Prosperity Starlight Rares are really overpriced, and you got the QCRs, which are really underpriced. And the QCRs, by the way, here's the thing about QCRs. Besides the hideous looking lettering, I think the QCRs is better than Starlight Rare. Here's where Starlight Rare wins. It's harder to pull, much harder to pull, and the lettering doesn't look like this mosh. This lettering is the same lettering they gave us in Return of the Bling. It was such an insult of a set, and it was laughed at in the market. But looking over here, they said let's take a Starlight Rare and add Return the Bling and combine them. I will say the inking on this, the actual image is better than a Starlight Rare. And it sucks because I wish Starlight Rares had better inking, but once again, that's the difference between these two. With that said, some players are content. Nobody wants Ultimate Rare Nibiru and pay those Ultimate Rare Nibiru prices. They'd rather grab the QCR. Fair enough. Once again, Dark World No More, a 3-of. You need it. It's not like a maybe. This is becoming more and more of a needed card. Other cards like Lightning Storm, way cheaper than a Starlight Rare counterpart. Other cards like Mud Dragon, which for some it's a 1-of. $17 is still a little bit overpriced. Master Hero Dark Lord actually lowered the value of the Ultimate Rare Dark Lord, which was roughly around $500, and now it's went down significantly since then. It is rising back up in value, though. So this was actually, as much as I didn't like this set, I did like the fact that cards like Ash from Joy Spring was now given a higher rarity. Even though Ultimate Rare should have been it, it's still not a bad higher rarity. Whereas this was, a shame. I mean, besides a couple of cards like Cross Designator, this was a cash grab. Alright, let's move on to Legacy Destruction. Legacy Destruction, there's not really much going on here besides a Nightmare Throne, which as an ultra rare is $36. This card outshines value-wise. Is it, I think it's, what? Hold on. Is there any secret rares? Okay, the most expensive card at Legacy Destruction is an ultra rare. I mean, all you can do is laugh. You ever been fucked so badly you just laugh because you're like, this is all I got, this is all I can do. It's my defense mechanism. But at the same time, I think Nightmare Throne should have been made a secret rare, I'll be honest with you. So Konami wouldn't have the ability to shrimp in his badly. Other cards like Nightmare Apprentice is $26. Is it worth it? I don't know. I feel like it's in a really, really weird spot. Illusionist itself, as an archetype, is in a really weird spot. Because you're basically pushed into playing with Chimera, but nothing else. Tenpai Dragon Pydra. Good to know that it's still worth a lot of money as a super rare. God. You know, a long time ago, Konami said they won't short print core sets. But the subsets, they're gonna fuck you. But look what they did. Look what they did. The opposite of what they said they were going to do. It is cool to see Saphira, Divine Dragon of the Voiceless. I don't play this card, but I want to buy for my collection. $18. I might pick it up at Nationals. It'll probably be cheaper anyway, but this is a cool collection card. I have Voices Max rating myself personally. I love that deck. I might just grab this just for my collection. It's not really going to see much play. Other Voices cards are just better. Let's look over to Battles of Legend Chapter 1. The best thing coming out of this set is Yubel being reprinted, so making it easier for players to play Yubel. Let's be honest. Elemental Hero Absolute Zero getting a reprint actually lowered the value of the other Elemental Hero Absolute Zeros, and the best one to buy actually is not that one. It's a Shonen Jump manga promo one, which is really old, looks infinitely better. This Absolute Zero just looks like it just doesn't look good. It just ain't the one. It's cool to see Gamma Seal getting a reprint. This card used to always be money, and seeing it get a reprint is hilarious. Chaos Emperor, once again, getting a reprint. Glad to see that, actually, because the other price was getting kind of high. So, because when these come out, it does lower the value of the cards you really want. And that's what I see that as. I see cards that I really want, and I go, please, Konami, make goofy-ass reprints so the real value of shit I want goes down in value. I'll give you a good example. I'll do one real quickly. Emergency Teleport. I actually bought a playset of this card. Ultimate Rare. And I spelled it incorrectly, but he's played Johnny on the Spy. I like it. Alright, so in 25th Anniversary Rare Collection 2, E-Teleport came out, and it was $8, and it went up a little bit. It's currently roughly around, almost $13, okay? Not a bad price point. It was $8. Pretty cool. But Ultimate Rare E-Tele, the one you really did want to get, well, it went down a little bit in value. So we'll go to prices, let you play Dear Mint. And it's actually roughly around $65. This card used to be a lot more money. So it's cool to see that this got a reprint. This got a reprint, which lowered this value. For some people like myself, that's what I ideally like. With that said, if you don't got that kind of money, once again, it's cool that there is QCR E-Tele, because it's nice. Because the CR E-Tele was a lot of money. Like, hold on. No. It was $45 for a CR. And we know what CR says. You know what CR says? QCR waiting room. That's all it says. If it says CR in it, just know there's a good chance it's gonna get. Dude, hold on. In Anniversary Rare Collection 2, out of nowhere, Konami said, hold the fuck on. Out of nowhere, they said, you know what you need in this set, Rare Collection 2? You know what you guys been dying for? And we're gonna give it to you because we love you so much. Exosister reprints. Bro, no fucking way, right? No, yeah. But, and the good note is, So it lowered the price of pack CR, but the QCR is like, I mean, it came out and hit the floor, bro. $3. What was the pre-sale? $20. $3. And then, oh, that was heavily played. Is this $3? It's still $3. Okay, no, still $3, $4, whatever it is. Okay, but if you look at CR packs, and we'll go back, I mean, 6 months even, $20 a copy. Now it's 11. So there is pros to this. If you're looking to get a CR core like Live Twins or Exo Sisters, just wait. Konami will fuck up so much that you'll be able to buy it because they're gonna reprint it as a QCR, which may or may not look better than the original printing. So cool to see it, actually. All right, Phantom Nightmare. This is going to be the money set. Obviously, if you're looking for voiceless, there it is. It's pretty expensive still. Promethean Princess is still a very expensive card. These all still cooled down from when they first came out and they were at hype prices. I will say that. Popular, $68. Once again, all cooled down. I can't tell you whether or not these are good cards to buy right now. I personally own Max Rarity Voices as well as the Fire Max Rarity, and I'll be honest with you, if I had to do it all over again, I probably would have chose Voiceless and bought a Promethean Princess because I like the way it looks as a QCR. It's cool. But is it worth it? Probably not. I will say, like, for this set, I kind of want to grab Goblin Bikers as a QCR core, but they're falling in value. Like, look at this. Doug is, like, one of the expensive ones. It used to be, like, $30. It used to be $42. And now Doug is $25. Like, there's no reason to buy this card at the moment because it keeps falling. It will continue to fall. They're not that good, but they look really nice Max Rarity, even though you're probably never going to really play them. So what I'm trying to say with this set is like every core set, even core sets that are huge like this set, is it worth buying it immediately? Well, if you're going to play with it day one or as soon as possible, yes. In the case of Voiceless, immediately, sure, why not? And if you have the money, obviously. But it's not really worth it if you're not going to do that immediately. Looking at Amazing Millennials, I want to point out the fact that Bonfire is $34, where it used to be $75. Bonfire CRs are more near, actually, around the same price as Bonfire's Ultra Rares used to be. And that's because, once again, we're hitting internationals, things are getting ready to sell. And this is a time a lot of players will consolidate their collection. They'll actually go ahead and sell at nationals rather than buy. And vendors will actually grab those cards. They might sell them immediately, but they know if they hold some of these cards and Konami doesn't just reprint them and smack them on the ban list, they can get a lot more money out of them. So that's what I take with this whole thing with the market. I do think Anniversary Collection 2 is not a bad set to go ahead and buy cards from, but you gotta be really careful because there are a lot of pitfalls in that set, whereas Anniversary Collection 1 had more value because those were the dominant rarity of those cards. Looking over at some of the core sets we see over here, I do think some of these core sets are great, but is it worth buying these now? Well, I do think Voices is not going to get hit. I know somebody's going to say, no, V, it'll get hit. The best hit to Voices is going to be Product Prosperity, and people will play Extravagance, which also has a QCR, which also is the highest rarity. So, and I mean, it has a CR as well. So there's a CR. Let's see how much a CR actually cost. CR, which go first edition. It's about $40. The QCR is going to run you a lot less, and it looks a lot better in my opinion. The QCR is $12. Now, it did have that weird pot reprint set, so you have like stuff like this. I never seen these. I'm not sure if these look nice or not. They're about $10. The CR is going to be worth more money, just like we saw with the Exorcist, where the CR was worth more money. But what do you think looks nice in a deck? I think if you have Exorcist Max, I mean not Exorcist, if you have Voices Max Rarity, you want to continue that with a Product Extravagance QCR. If you want regular Max Rarity, then you have a little bit of a choice. I would probably recommend you go ahead and grab the CR, but that is what it is as far as that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be going back to other sets as well. I just want to do this market watch, talk about some of the newer sets and give you my takes on it. We are gonna be talking about other older sets and some cards that I think have great value in this game still that have not been reprinted, because right now the game for the market watch versus Konami is, do we fight Konami as far as talk about CRs and QCRs all day long, which I really don't want to do, to be honest with you, or do we find cards that Konami has not made QCRs and say, hey, listen, this is not made to QCR. It's really hard to find. Just my video the other day, I actually talked about this a bit. A card like Mistake has, so, can I just, Trap, where's Trap? Okay. A card like Mistake, highest rarity, actually came out of Shadow Specters. The reprint of Secret Rare would come out of 2014 Megatons, which is about a decade old. And then you compare the other cards, which is recent release, like Maximum Gold, which is a rare, 4 cents. Structure Deck Sacred Beast, which is 12 cents, common. Imperium Gold, I'm not even going to look at. But if you look at Shadow Specters, if you look at the first edition, and we'll just go like name it like you played. I didn't want to get like you played. It's actually really cheap right now. It's inexpensive. It's offering around $2. Yeah, shipping's $2, but if you have the TC player thing, it's a lot less. If you find someone that has 3, you can snipe 3 off them. This card is Draw and Lockbird. It's a better version of Draw and Lockbird. Not a player can add cards from their deck to the hand except by drawing them. Period. That's it. Maybe a few cards, Floodgates, will be around. I think with the next bans, we're going to see more Floodgate hits, and cards like Mistake will be one of those that avoid that. And I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and grab your places. I already bought mine already. And then RO9, my days of RO9 are long and gone. I just go and grab my places myself and keep moving forward. But if you want an RO9, I do think, besides the fact that Konami has not made a reprint of this card, it's not a bad card out in the game. And this is one of many cards I'll talk about in my future Marco watches. And if you want to watch those, all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below. It's your boy V, and you guys all have a great day.